Today. We had a lot of people here, not here. We had a lot of people around on Sunday. It was Calvin's birthday, so I think I needed to come down off of that. Thanks for asking. No, it was thoughtful of you to say. Um, yeah, like that, and just like the whole, like, oh, I've been planning for this thing, right? This like important thing, and this like things, it's like food to consider and all that, and then the day it happens, people around, every one of my parents is, my parents, friends' parents. It was a lot. It was a lot. I think Monday was a bit ambitious to try to come back from. There was a 30-second ad starting at some point in a little bit. So if you're not a sub, you're going to see a 30-second ad. I'm going to check on the beats though right now, and once, yeah, I'm going to check on the beats and just see how those are coming. All right, let's take a look here. So some beats. These look great. These are about 20 minutes in. So you can see they're starting to get some oven color to them. I'm gonna put these on one side of the tray, and then put the squash. Just put the squash on the other side. And we're just gonna put those all on the same tray here. And maybe they'll all fit together. That would be annoying. But I don't want them. I don't mind if the squash are touching, but I do want the beets and the squash to stay separate because I want to take the beets. I anticipate that I'll want to take the beets out at this point before the squash is finished. So I'm gonna keep them separate. Just like the offspring said, you have to keep them separated. Yeah, and separate. Everyone gets that reference. We're probably the same age, or you listen to music of a different generation. All right, perfect. Good, good, good. Yay, they all fit. Okay, I'm going to spread these out, spread those out, because I'm going to end up flipping. I'm going to end up flipping the squash at some point. So that's my counter is still counting up. So let's get a another counter counting up that is just for the whatever you call it that I just put in the oven. The squash. The squash. Thank you. I am cleaning out the fridge. Uh, sort of cleaning out the fridge. It's getting cleaner. It's not going to be completely clean. Kip, thank you for confirming. Man, okay. I don't need to use these carrots. These can just go back in. So I'm glad I didn't cut this. Oh man, yeah. Thinking about music from like that time of life, I'm like, oh yeah, that song that wasn't that long ago, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was a while ago now, huh? Fun aside, we were playing at Calvin's birthday party this weekend. We were playing. Um, Gwen was playing music, and I think like the playlist she was playing was like um, birthday party jams or some like innocuous name like that, right? And it was a bunch of like music from like all different genres or different decades rather. And it's funny because like I I was listening to some of it. And I'm trying to remember the name of the songs. It was like "Who Let the Dogs Out" was on there, right? I'm like, oh, gross. But then they were playing songs from like I think the '60s, maybe the '70s, and all of our parents were into it, and it was kind of funny. My reaction to hearing songs from my youth, the decades of my like youth, was not the same. I was like, I'm ready to move on from these songs forever. If I remember getting that the Offspring album Ixnay on the Ombre as an Easter present one year, a random gift to give someone for what a random like holiday to be gifting an Offspring album. All right, so these are cornito peppers. These have no heat to them. They're just like pretty sweet, actually. So these are going to go in raw. Um, these are going to go in raw. This Tom Petty guy just told me I don't have to live like a refugee. I've heard of him too. I've heard of him too. Um, there's often I feel like I'd love to play like more focused playlists on this particular channel, but I know that there's I'm just like wary about the Twitch music terms. That's why I just use these like royalty free tracks. That way I don't have to think about it. But Bellis, I was like, yeah, I should put that on. Now I'm gonna have Tom Petty. I'm gonna have Tom Petty and the Offspring in my head after I wrap up today. That is random. Tom Petty and the Offspring, I feel like overlapped in terms of their like peak popularity. Sometime, I feel like they were both on like a video musical show at one point. I feel like I would almost be willing to bet that they both performed at the Video Music Awards within like a year or two of each other, or something like that. Rice is Rice is still going. Yeah, um, I know plenty of folks. Yeah, I love when you like hear something and you're like, you ever hear. I like when you hear something for the first time in a very long time and the words just come flooding back in, like a little door just opens up in the back of your brain and it's like, here you go. Here's all the words to the song that you couldn't even have brought to mind the title or artist of 5 minutes ago. Um, and with regard to the like the music thing, have I know lots of folks play music on their channel, just like regular music, and don't save the VODs. Like you can set it up like my VODs are set up that it doesn't even save this music. Um, I know plenty of people just play music on their channel, and seems like they're still streaming, but I'm not into that. I'm not into that right now. I'd rather not have to deal with like terms of service violations. I'd rather just make dinner and to whatever free music I can find. And Velas, yeah, it totally is amazing. I love so random. I really get a thrill when like any like random memory from just like unlocks, something like that. Lyrics to a song, or someone like mentions a thing or like a location, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember going there when I was like 8, but I couldn't have told you that I went there. Those like triggering things are always nice when they happen. That type of triggering. Trying not to slice my fingers off here. Tidy Whities, hello. Hope your afternoon was a good one so far. Are you cooking tonight? I need that. I'm like I am parched AF, so the kids say. Oh, you would take a drink and you're just like, man, my body was craving water. Meal prep. Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Thanks for popping in. Tacos, of course. Special tacos? Or these are like standard tacos? I am using the rice from my tacos last week in as part of tonight's grain bowl. So thanks last Tuesday's chat for convincing me to make rice because now it's available to me for this Tuesday. That's why I'm cooking it again. Uh, so tonight is just a grain bowl. We've established that it is not bibimbap because it does not have gochujang in it. And I believe maybe some other, uh, maybe some other designations. Tidy Whities, you know what? When I said of course, I said of course because I know that you make tacos regularly because you said as much.